Hello and welcome back to another episode of the MindSets podcast. We're on tour again.
We are.
Slightly less impressive than the last one with the swimming pool at Mallorca. We're in an Ibis in Birmingham International Airport. We're here because it's a Hyrox weekend, very on brand. I've actually just pulled Charles off the race course. How are you doing?
I'm still like in the post-race come down, I think, a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you see me excessively drinking my water, if you're watching on YouTube, that's the reason why. But no, I'm very happy with how it went and happy to be in the Ibis.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a water sponsor, but this is a great opportunity for water sponsors to see, you know, how you could be helpful for us. Charles actually did really well. He's actually done the pro athlete thing twice in 24 hours.
Yeah.
2 Hyrox races in 24 hours.
Too much,
Probably. But, I was about to say, at least you've got the cool wristbands to show for it. I've got the cool wristbands to show for it. Those are on...
They're already gone.
I've got them on, more Nick. Yeah, in fact, that was someone's grind my gears.
Yeah, it was.
Actually.
Yeah,
So
I remember that.
Have your gears ground by that. Now, there's been other news before we get into your races in the world. I have noted this down because I struggle with names sometimes. Ruth Chepngetich?
Yeah. I know what you're going to say.
She's just been given a 3-year ban from marathon running. Do you know what it was that she got caught with that broke the anti-doping?
No.
I was going to say, if you knew it, it'd be with it.
Yeah.
It's hydrochlorothiazide. Hydrochlorothiazide.
What's that do?
Make you fast.
Right, I thought so.
Jet fuel.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case.
But yeah, 3-year ban, which I always find it really difficult with sports bans because it's like, that's really tough because that's 3 years of their life gone. And sometimes they don't even know they've done it. It can be given to them by their coach in those scenarios. But also, is 3 years enough for the impact of it and its training to really...
When it is your career though, and you hear a lot of professional athletes talking about it, you're so particular with what you take into your body. So it's like, you're not going to ingest something that someone's just randomly given you because of the risk. And everyone knows the risk. So it's unfortunate, and maybe she didn't know what she was taking, but you can't have one rule for one person and one rule for the another.
I found something quite interesting the other day. I was reading, I don't know if you want to call it Twitter or X. I was reading something on Twitter and X that referenced a study that had been done with fitness and how quickly you lose your fitness. Really interesting. Don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't.
They took runners, specifically people that had experience in running marathons but weren't necessarily like elite marathon runners. And they were runners that had run or had done some level of fitness for every day of the year in the year prior in order to build up a level of fitness. And then they let some of them continue. And for 89 days, don't know why 89, but 89 days specifically, they stopped to select a group of people training.
It was like something similar. It could have been the same thing.
And their fitness dropped by less than 10% over that time.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you'd think if you took 3 months off,
it would be more.
But what was more interesting is how quickly they gained that 10% back was within, I think, less than half of the time they took off as rest.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
And then there's also the sports science side of it, talking about, well, they also probably progressed really quickly because they had the rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, really interesting. So then you look at the ban, and it's like, well, she doesn't actually lose fitness for the first part of that year, really. And she's still training.
Well, that's still trained. That's the thing. And then do you drop off the radar for testing?
Yeah.
So it's like, for those 3 years, could you just be cycling more stuff? So that when you get back, but I don't know what the testing rules are or the regulations are when you've been banned, but you'd assume that they're going to return to competition, and as a result, they should still be randomly tested.
I never thought about tactical ban. Tactical ban is for a year, juice up, come back.
Yeah, but the implications of that within like your sport, and you just become a villain, and then you'll always have an asterisk beside your name with any result that you ever have, because people will be like, oh, if they doped one time, then even if they're not on it now, have they had some benefits from it previously or whatever? It's like, it's hard.
True. You'd rather just be established as pretty good at what you do.
Yeah.
Another news piece, another news piece that's come out talking of being caught. NBA stars. I want to know if you know any of these people.
Oh no.
Chauncey Billups.
Nope.
Terry Rozier and Damon Jones.
Nope.
They are 3 NBA stars.
Yeah.
In a list of 30 people that have been taken down for illegal gambling and sports betting.
Really? Like
with
fixing
the
games?
Yeah, fixing games and yeah, insider knowledge and that sort of thing. Betting on trade.
There's lots of really good, like I think it's a docuseries on Netflix about this. I think it might be college basketball.
Is it going to be Untold?
Yeah. You've seen that?
Yeah.
That's really good. And then it's just like, I hate to be cynical, but then it's like, it must happen in all sports. Where money's involved, there's doping, there's people trying to get the upper hand in some way. But yeah, I mean, it's a shame that it does happen. But
I don't know if this is a flex because I'm going to give you the numbers attached to it. But when I used to play American football, we were in the British final. It was on Sky Bet. You could bet on it.
Oh, really?
And I was there like, I'm playing at an amateur level.
Yeah.
Someone pay me to do something.
Yeah.
But you could actually
You're just like waiting for someone to be like,
you could only bet on the outcome of the game.
Okay.
And I was like, what do they know? Because the odds were so heavily against us.
Yeah.
And up until about the third quarter of the game, it was a really close game. And then when you look at the final score, it was like, yeah, Sky was really right.
You didn't bet on yourself.
I was close to betting against myself. So just for reference, the team that we played averaged above 60 points scored for American football. Think about rugby scores if you don't American football. And conceded on average less than 3 points per game for their whole season.
That's crazy.
And so we lost, I think it was like 55 to 28.
Oh, so you put
32.
You put some points.
We put some, 3 touchdowns on the day. Anyway, today's theme, similar to last time, but kind of the opposite end.
Yep.
We spoke a lot about pre-race and what to do there. We then hosted a sim. Actually, we should probably talk about that.
I'd like to talk about that. Yeah.
We hosted a sim. It was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I was just going to say it was so good that now we're putting on another one.
we actually are, by popular demand, some of you guys listening and some other people that missed out on the first one. The next one is November the 9th, which I appreciate for those of you listening that didn't know about it, is pretty soon. Get moving. Tickets are likely to sell out.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if they have sold out when you're hearing this, but they're selling pretty fast.
Hopefully for your sake, they haven't sold out. Hopefully for our sake, maybe they have. But yeah, genuinely get on board with it. We've got some interesting news as well, which I can put in this. We had a brilliant bloke come down and he raced the sim himself in a solo. He did 1 hour, 10 minutes and 18 seconds in his sim with us. He then yesterday went and did the exact same format race at Hyrox Birmingham and ran 1 hour, 10 minutes and 14 seconds. And for those stats nerds out there, that is a difference of 0.001% in the time. So
we're pretty smug.
We're pretty smug. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. An outsider input when I told someone that was, if we gave them a week and they ran Hyrox Birmingham again, they probably wouldn't be that close.
No.
So we're just like magic.
Yeah. No, and that's why it's important for us to not just put out false claims and go, we're the most accurate and we're X, Y, and Z and we're doing this and we're the best as like a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
Like we've actually put thought into it, and this is the sport that we compete in, and we want to be able to help people get better in their attempt at their races. So being able to actually name it probably the most accurate, I don't want to claim that, but it is, well, evidence suggests it's really freaking accurate.
Yeah. And now I'm also thinking I'm probably going to do some of them myself.
Yeah.
Just because like, that's great.
Yeah.
I can I trusted it because obviously a lot of thought went into it, like I said, but now like the proof is quite literally in the pudding. So
yeah, for sure.
That was really good. So we did that in the lead up to that one. If you haven't listened to that and you've got a race or you're going to do the sim on the 9th coming up, then definitely give that a listen. Pre-race fueling, pre-race preparation, how to try out tactics. But now we're going to talk about the flip side because Charles is about to enter a post-race phase, I suppose. Post-double race phase.
I'm in it.
You're in it. First of all, let's talk about the races.
Yeah.
You did a pro doubles, which was your first pro weight race, probably.
Yeah, pro doubles.
And then you did mixed doubles today.
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago. So yeah, how was each race?
I think we had let's talk pro doubles first. I don't want to spend too long talking about myself. But going into it, we had kind of like lofty goals of the elusive 60 minutes. My partner, Hugh, who I was racing with, was the partner that you ran with in London, and you missed the hour by 2 seconds. So he was ready for redemption. And I think we probably just started out a little bit too hot. I felt amazing. I'd had like a really, really solid taper. My prep in the lead up days towards it as well was really good in terms of nutrition. And the only thing that wasn't good was I'd worked the morning shift that day or so yesterday. So I'd got up at 4 a.m. and the race was 5:30 p.m. So it was like a long day for me. But the adrenaline took me through, and I think we just got carried away a little bit on the first run, probably second run as well. But we stick to a plan, and the outcome was not what we wanted in terms of time, but I think overall effort. We put in a really big shift, and we can be proud of that. And we ran 1 hour, 2 minutes, which is still like a really great time. I think our perception of great times is warped, especially by the fact that the winning time in our heat was a 49-minute race.
49 minutes 70.
And you look at that and you just like Jake and Charlie, and you just go, well, that's so mental. Like two of the best athletes in the world at Hyrox running the same heat as us. And you kind of get dragged into that and go, well, oh, my hour 2 is really bad. But actually, you know, there's people biting your arm off to run that hour 2.
Oh, yeah.
So we were pretty pleased with it. I know I've got more in the tank for sure. Really happy with how the running felt. And then woke up this morning and I was terrified because my quads were sore to touch. My glutes hurt, my lower back was a bit sore, my soleus hurt, like all of these things. And then we ran a really solid race again today and ran 58:59. Average run pace 4 minutes, which is awesome. So really consistent on the running, and yeah, it all went to plan. And again, I feel like I've got more in the tank. So I think it's a really positive way to start my season, because those are my first 2 races.
I was going to say, last season, obviously you were coming, it was your first sort of races of Hyrox generally.
Yeah.
But
coming off the back of injury,
the level of confidence you had at the start of the season wasn't high, and then what happened during the season took it to the floor. So I think from my side as a mate, the bounce back is huge. Yeah, so deserved, but also so required.
But I look back at my form going into Stockholm last December, and I was in really good shape. My running probably was about as good as it is now, maybe a little bit slower, but physically on the stations I was in really good shape. I just cocked up the first run and ran an extra lap, which everyone still loves to joke about. And that just, like you said, that knocked my confidence. I was like, am I going to be able to get into better shape than that? I'd worked really hard, really consistent for that. So that was frustrating for me. And we've spoken about it so many times before, and like Cardiff was also a good example. That was me going in with like, I'm going to redeem myself from Stockholm, and I just put too much pressure on it. Nathan said it to me in the warm-up area just now. He's like, I've never seen you like this relaxed before a race. Like, what's going on? Why aren't you stressed? And I truly was just excited. And I do feel like stress and anxiety, or like pre-race nerves and excitement, they ride basically the same line. And it's just how you want to interpret it. So I was just, last night as well, I was a bit more nervous last night, but after I settled into it and I was running hard, and like I knew I was the stronger one in the pair, that gave me confidence, and I could really settle in and enjoy it. And today as well, I was just like, I just want to go and have a good time.
Yeah, I think one thing that's interesting though, how did once you started running and you got out there, how did the body feel?
Not great.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And I felt that in the warm-up area as well. I didn't touch the sleds today.
Yeah. So we discussed this,
it's really funny,
in the last episode, and I said I never touch the sleds in the warm-up area because all it can do is turn bad.
Yeah.
If the sled moves really well, then your brain, and what will probably actually happen in the race is the sled in the race won't move as well. If the sled doesn't move well, now you're just overthinking about how tough the sled is, and you're like, now I like it. After yesterday, he comes up to me in the warm-up area and he's like, mate, I couldn't move the sled. I was like, now you're overthinking it.
The thing that was the issue, I think, in the warm-up area was the turf wasn't, it was the same turf, I assume. It may have been slightly different, but it wasn't like secured to the floor.
Right.
So, and it was only the second time that I'd worn those shoes. So I wasn't particularly confident in the grip in the shoes. But because the turf wasn't secured to the floor, there was no grip and the turf was moving and crumpling up. So I was looking around and seeing other people try and move the sled. Honestly, I couldn't move it. Like, I couldn't move it. And I've been working hard on my sled push. So that put me in kind of like, I was a bit nervous about the sled push, but once we got to the sled push and it started moving fine, I was good. But today, in the warm-up area as well, running, my legs felt like lead. Got out on the first run. Again, it's always a mental thing for me because I was in front of my partner. It allowed me to go, okay, I'm the stronger one here. I'm kind of dictating the pace. I'm not having to chase. So I'm always on the front foot then and positive. And mentally, that really is positive for me. And as a result, I can kind of relax a little bit more and know I'm not like slowing my partner down, if that makes sense. I think if you flip that and I was the slower one in the pair and I was chasing someone, I think mentally that would be much tougher for me. But I'd be interested to put myself in that position because I feel like having a slightly faster partner is the thing that's probably causing me to not go as fast as maybe I could do.
Yeah, I think from speaking from experience of having like a faster partner earlier this year, in the moment, horrible.
Yeah.
On reflection, so good.
Yeah.
So good. Like I'd much rather finish a race and feel like I should apologize.
Yeah.
Than finish a race and be like, oh,
I wish I
could have dragged them a bit more, helped them out a bit more on that, so they could have done more there.
The best fit. They last night they were really good at policing the fast lane, and pushing people out of the fast lane. I think it
would be because you had Charlie and Jen.
Right. Yeah. And one point, we went around the corner where the start tunnel was, and they released the men's pro heat, and it was carnage. And I just heard Charlie screaming in my ear over my shoulder. For anyone who doesn't know, it's Charlie Botterill, who's probably the best in the UK right now.
Wow.
Fastest times.
Higher than that in the world with his time. He's now in the elite 15 for solos as well as doubles.
It's mental. So at their level, averaged a 3:16 kilometer pace for
saying like 49 is a ridiculous time. So they'd set the third fastest time in history. So it was very, very
and that was there. I mean, there were lots of really fast people in our heat last night, but I heard Charlie screaming. I'm like, I need to get out of his way. Like, I don't want to be the person who ruins his time. But as a result of that, everyone got out of their way. It's like when an ambulance goes down the road and all the cars part. And I was like, well, I'm just going to jump on the bandwagon and just slot in behind Jake and just chose the empty line. But today was busier. Obviously, it was doubles, so like double the amount of people on track. We had some stragglers from the women's pro as well, so it was getting busy. They weren't as good at policing it. But there was one point on the last run where I was like, I knew it was on to go sub 60. So I was like, I'm not letting anyone get in my way here. One guy steps into the fast lane and I don't shout. And it doesn't really annoy me too much, but I just put my hand on his back, like fully politely, like he stepped in front of me. And I just pushed him and we went. And I for sure think he ran his fastest split there because he was I think he loved it. And then we got him out of the way and then we're like, but he was all good with it. We had a laugh about it afterwards. But yeah, I think that was like a really good race for me, and like I said, like a really good way to start my season.
Yeah, I had this is so random, but I feel like it's funny to talk about. I was filming someone today, so I'm obviously up here for the next few days filming, and they were going through it on the lunges, and they were just having a bit of a tough race. I think they've come out the back of what everyone's got with like COVID or some gel infection. So he was saying to me, like, I'm really struggling to breathe as it is. But on the lunges, he was like, mate, and now there's just nothing left in the tank. And I was trying to like film him and coach him and be like, look, just give me one lunge, 2 breaths, one lunge, 2 breaths, getting him through it. He got through it and he was like, okay, cool. He dropped the bag, started running and then like stopped. And it almost looked like he was going to do up his shoelace and then like carried on running and like stumbled over to a bin, threw up in the bin.
Yes.
Ran away and I was like, yes, stopped at the next bin and threw up.
Oh no.
And what I'd said to him on the lunges as well was try and like do that thing where you make someone smile.
Yeah.
I was like, mate, when you come past me on the next run, throw up a peace sign or something.
Yeah.
And he smiled at the time and I was like, cool, that's going to work. He's going to feel better. That RP is going to drop, all of that. So he threw up in both bins and then ran around. And it is actually great content, but he threw up a double peace sign at me and just looked so gone. So I spoke to him about it after the race. So he was like, no, I really wanted to throw up the peace signs. Yeah. And I was like, I respect it so much.
So good. It's tough out there. Like there's no two ways about it. Whatever your fitness level is, whatever your ability, if you're pushing yourself hard, whether you do 2 hours, 1 hour, 49, like it's really hard race.
And that's like, you should come away from it feeling
like you've spent.
Like you've spent, because like if in reality, as long as you have been training for it, that's what you've been training for.
Yeah.
Like you should do, because otherwise you haven't pushed yourself to the way that your training deserves, I think is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm now jealous. I've got a bit of FOMO. I want to get running again. But yeah, I think we're going to have to get some stuff in next season. Maybe we do a podcast special run out. That could be cool. Maybe we test it at the ROXD sim.
That could be awesome as well. Yeah, that'd be
cool as well. Do you know what's also really cool about that? Guys, let us know in the comments if you'd like to see this. Hyrox, you're not allowed phones, you're not allowed music, you're not allowed cameras. What would it look like to go sub-hour? No one knows if they don't run sub-hour. Well, what if we run with a camera?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. If you like that, put it in the comments. If you don't like it, don't put it in the comments, but I'll do it anyway. Yeah, so now we've got a slightly tighter schedule because I'm aware you need to get onto a train, and I've literally, as he said, ripped him off the racetrack to do the podcast. But everyone's favorite time of episode.
Yeah.
Grind my gears. Hit me with a grind my gear.
My one has been grinding my gears for so long, and it's very, again, I feel like mine is so niche and so specific, but it's another coach specific one and something I experience basically daily when I'm in the gym coaching. It's people turning up to my classes late. Now, a personality trait of me is I like to be early. Like it stresses me out being late. I like to be awkwardly early to things, whatever. So even if someone's like a minute late, to them it doesn't matter. If they're like a late person, they're like, oh, it's only a minute. But I got a strict schedule in my class plan to get things done. And if I wait even 1-2 minutes, not only am I disrespecting all the other people who have managed to get there on time / early, it's set me on the back foot to try and get everything fit into my class. So then I'm racing the clock to get everything done, and then I can't do as thorough a job as a coach. But more than that, people turn up late and then start disrupting, because the first thing that I do in my class, I tell people about the workout. So they come in and I'm talking to a group of people about what the workout is, and then they're like, start talking to other people who are already there. And it's just the disrespect. Or they won't even come to the whiteboard. They'll just go straight into the toilet. Or during my whiteboard brief, I'm explaining what the workout is, and they'll just like saunter off or like fill their water bottle up. And I'm like, I know you're paying to come to this gym, right? I know that's your privilege, you come here, but just have a little bit more respect from me as a coach. Maybe it's just they don't respect me. That's the main problem.
That's fair. Having worked in a gym on the front desk, we had a rule where if you're 5 minutes late, the door's locked. But
maybe I'm too lenient.
That is such a good idea, because it gets the message across.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than locking the door and a member turning up.
If it was my gym, I probably would have a rule like that.
But like, I totally agree with the rule, but when I'm the person that's locked the door,
and they're staring at you.
Yeah.
You're like,
obviously I'm going to let you in because I feel awful. And it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. You've come 20 minutes or whatever it is at that time in the rain.
Tough.
Like, what are you going to do? Because especially...
But you only have to do it once.
Well, you say that.
But that's a personality trait of just like people are late and they don't think that it's like something that's a problem.
I think I have no backbone when I beep the fact that, like, a lot of people that go to the gym at that time in the morning will go to the gym because that's their workout done, but also that's their shower before work.
Yeah.
So if I take away their shower for work, I'm a horrible person.
You're right. Use the shower, you just can't train.
Maybe that's right. Okay, so my primary grind my gear, which is hot off the press from today and yesterday, people that bring prams, or even worse, and specifically, actually I should make about this, double prams to sports events, because they're huge. And I understand that, especially when you've got events that happen on weekdays, you can't get childcare so easily. Maybe you've actually had to take the day off work to be here. Arguably, the child should be in school unless it's really little. Maybe if it's the pram, maybe not. But I never see the children in them, and I just see the pram in the way. And
the pram is a vehicle to move stuff as well, isn't it? It's just like, rather than carrying a backpack, you just put stuff in it.
And it's just like, it's just really annoying. And if I'm gonna go one level deeper, just don't bring young kids to the event. They don't want to be there. It's bad for their ears, if anything. And like, they do just get in the way.
I find it difficult to rationalize with this one, but I appreciate that they get in the way. But what are you going to do? You've got little kids, you have to bring them.
Babies.
I get that. This is actually funny because I was thinking about this, but I was like, it's so niche and not sport related, but now you brought it up. there's a thing where people will use the pram with the child in it to like get into spaces that there's no room for or to fit into, or they're basically like using their kid as a way of like getting priority or privilege. And I'm like, don't use your kid like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm happy to get out of your way. That's fine. But don't like crash into my leg or like get in front of me in the queue or something by using your kid as an excuse.
Yeah. Valid. Interestingly, there's another podcast that has done, they've basically committed fraud.
Right.
And they've taken a grind my gear section.
Oh, really?
They haven't actually called it that. They haven't given it a name yet, but there's no way that the content did as well as it did, and it's not going to be a regular piece. But this is interesting.
Yeah.
People taking their Strava marathon time over their chip time.
Don't get me started.
Strava is the pinnacle of sports performance tracking, as you're fully aware of because you love it.
I do love Strava.
But I hadn't even thought of the fact that people would be doing that.
Wild. It didn't annoy me until I started racing again. And then people are posting times from their Strava, which are faster than my chip time. You don't need to post your Strava time because you've paid to do an official event to get chip timed.
The argument though, I saw someone arguing this in the comments.
Oh, really?
The argument was, I couldn't stick to the race line, which is there, because it was so busy. So I have run that distance. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It bounces. If you don't know that and you live in London, go to Battersea Park and you'll run a 2:42.
Yeah.
For 100 meters, then it'll be a 6:19.
Yeah. Your success isn't that accurate.
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't be doing that. That's like saying, it's like you asking me what my best marathon time is. And I go, oh, my watch tells me I can do it in 2:42.
Yeah. Yeah. Or me just going, well, for my Garmin predicted what my 5.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
But yeah, my half marathon PB chip time, that's what I take. And it's like, it's just sub 90. But I look at my Strava and that looks a lot more healthier, like a 128 something. I'm like, you've paid to do an official event. That's where you've got your PB.
Grind my gear off the back of the watch thing.
Oh no.
People using their HRV as a, do you know what, actually? This is funny. You know, horoscopes, right? The athlete equivalent of a horoscope is the data on your watch.
Yeah.
Because there are people that will be like, as much as I don't know what a Capricorn and a Scorpio, the difference is between that, people will look at their sleep and their HRV and try and predict their life as equally as someone that
that's actually really
looks
funny.
at
That's a good analogy.
Because I literally heard someone after a 10K race be like, mate, I knew I was going to run like a 38 because my HRV was bad last night. And I was like, I looked at the stars and they weren't aligned, wasn't aligned. And I just knew I was going to run a 38.
So funny.
And like, I'm also there and I'm like, that's faster than I could run a 10K probably. But like, sure, if your stars didn't align, then.
No, you have to have an excuse. Otherwise, that's funny. That's a good one.
Well, I mean, we didn't have too many in the way of submissions this week, which means that you guys that are listening and watching have let us down slightly. There's no way that we are the only two people in this universe, let alone this country, that get pissed off by stuff. So if you're getting pissed off / when you're getting pissed off, don't even use your notes page like we do. Just send it straight into the podcast page or to either of us directly. We can keep it anonymous if it's really bad. If anything, that's even better. But if you want to be known for one, especially if there's virality to it, then send us your name and we'll give you all the credit. Now, that means that we're going into this week's game.
Cool.
This week's game is simple.
You've spent a long time doing it. So,
well, again, try to do the efficient thing with my generation and use ChatGPT. ChatGPT doesn't understand the game.
Oh, right.
I've tried quite a few times.
I've got no chance then.
We're playing higher or lower.
Oh, cool.
So,
oh no,
higher or lower? I'm going to start off by giving you the first statistic, and then we're going to go from there.
This is good. I'm going to be terrible.
Okay.
Can we just preface it with that?
I think it's easy. Because I the answers and you've put the questions together, so it seems really obvious to me, but we'll see. Interesting fact. In 2024, Wimbledon ticket sales brought in £409 million. Wow. Patrick Mahomes the NFL quarterback signed a record-breaking contract.
Yeah.
Across 10 years.
Mm.
What's higher, his salary for that 10-year contract or the Wimbledon ticket sales number?
The problem is I didn't even believe the number of Wimbledon ticket sales. Like,
409 million pounds in sales.
that is mental.
It's not obviously profit. That's just sales.
I've seen some big numbers with NFL contracts. Mahomes, obviously, arguably the #1 quarterback in the league. How over 10 years?
It's a 10-year contract, which is in itself
Crazy, isn't it?
crazy.
I'm going with my gut. I'm gonna say lower.
Okay. Do you want to have a guess at what his contract was?
I'm sure it's probably, I mean, actually 40 odd million a year over 10 years. Wait, was it?
It's
400
409 million.
Oh.
409 million pounds.
No, I wouldn't be able to guess. Can I change my answer? I've committed
Yeah.
to lower.
Change your answer.
No, I'm going gut because I'm sticking with lower. But
You're going to stick with lower?
yeah,
Do you want to hedge your guess at what is
probably like between 250 and 300.
Okay. So Patrick Mahomes, over his 10-year contract, should, in theory, earn $500 million.
Okay.
Which is 375 million pounds, which is lower.
So
you were right.
Yeah.
375 million pounds, which is lower than Wimbledon ticket sales, but across the 10 years.
I was quite close then with my guess.
Which means that he averages $37.5 million a year in his contract. Now, in the news recently, I don't know if you saw this, but there was a robbery from the Louvre in Paris. It was actually like a massive heist. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, so for people that don't know,
Wow.
there was an actual heist
Really?
happened at the Louvre
Recently?
literally in the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
And there were 4 robbers and they stole a shitload of jewelry. That is the equivalent.
Oh, I did see this being trendy. Yeah, I did see this. Yeah, people being like, how do I sell this now?
Yeah. And the funny thing is that it could all be legit, which I think is a meme.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
the jewelry stolen from Paris in a daylight robbery, its valuation, is it higher or lower than the $37.5 million, 37.5 million pounds that Patrick Mahomes will earn yearly?
Are you going to do another thing where it's actually in euros?
I can give you both euros and pounds.
It's got to be higher.
You think higher?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was valued at 88 million euros,
Gosh.
which is 76 million pounds.
Okay.
$102 million.
Yeah.
Now, we're going back to sport.
Cool.
The highest earning athlete in the world right now for this year, 2025. Any guesses to who that is?
Footballer?
It is
Ronaldo.
It is Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Is his yearly earnings this year higher or lower than 76 million pounds?
Higher.
Okay, you are correct.
Yeah.
His earnings on the top, he's the top of the 2025 earnings list, 275 million in the 1 year, which makes Patrick Mahomes' contract.
Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah.
So he is earning $50 million of that purely from endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
Emil Heskey.
You've got to keep up.
Emil Heskey was once very famous for being the best striker in football worldwide before it went downhill. He set a world record-breaking signing fee in the year 2000 when he moved from Leicester City to Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Was it higher or lower than Cristiano Ronaldo's endorsement earnings this year? So 50 million pounds. 50 million, sorry, $50 million. So just under 50 million pounds.
In 2000.
In the year 2000.
Lower.
Low. World record breaking transfer.
Transfer fee.
Yeah.
Lower.
Okay. You are correct. It was 11 million pounds. 11 million, which when you think
don't
about it,
think mind games with me.
But not just inflation, but 11 million pounds would buy you jack shit today in football.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing how bad that is.
Yeah.
Okay. 11 million is the number.
Yeah.
How many London Marathon applications were there this year?
Oh, that's a great question. This is a sore topic and I don't want to talk about Wow. 11 million. I'm going to say lower.
Okay.
You want me to guess a number?
If you want to, you don't have
No, I'm not guessing.
Okay.
I'm not putting my name to it.
It's still ridiculously high.
Yeah.
It was 1.1 million
Yeah.
applications.
Which is mental. Half of those are me.
So 1.1 million. How many golf balls
Ooh.
do Titleist make per day?
Oh, wow.
Titleist are the biggest golf ball manufacturer in the world.
Pro V1X.
Pro V1 is, yeah, the historic golf ball.
A day.
A day.
Oh, that's tough. But I'm going higher or lower than
1.1
million.
Yeah.
Lower.
Okay. It's lower. Titleist make 1 million golf balls a day.
Oh,
yeah. So it's actually real close.
Okay. That's wild.
According to the ice
day.
Yeah, a day.
No.
According to the Ice Hockey Federation, the IHF,
Yeah.
how many registered ice hockey players are there worldwide? Is it higher or lower than 1 million?
Oh, that's tough. Worldwide. I'm going to say higher.
You say higher. Okay. Niche sport, but 1.65 million.
Let's go.
Okay. In Formula One,
Okay.
some teams, such as Red Bull, have been known to pay their drivers 55 million. Now, they're at the very top. They've got the likes of Max Verstappen. I mean, you look at Ferrari, who have got Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. They spend a lot of money on their drivers. The teams at the bottom absolutely cannot manage to do the thing.
Yeah.
How much did Williams Racing pay their drivers in 2024? Is it higher or lower than 1.64 million?
So that's Albon, Carlos Sainz.
No, Carlos Sainz is this year.
Oh, who was there?
I can't even remember. It might have been, I don't think it was Bortoletto. I think he's current with...
well, if we can't remember, he's probably...
That's the thing.
Interesting. How much? Keep both of them together, and I need to get...
higher or lower than 1.64?
Higher.
Okay. You can guess if you want.
No.
Okay, it looked like you wanted to say a number. It is higher. They were paid a combined total of 4 million.
That's crazy low for F1, isn't it?
It is.
Which is such a stupid thing
Okay,
to say.
so the number is 4 million. So that was also dollars. So $4 million.
Okay.
The number. How much did what became Braun GP buy Honda for?
Wow.
Is it higher or lower than
Higher.
$4 million? Okay. You want to guess a number?
No.
The answer's lower.
Shut up.
Braun GP bought Honda
I was doing so well.
for £1.
Oh, fine. I jumped the gun.
A £1 coin. It was a £1 coin.
Just
If you
because
didn't know that,
they bought a load of debt.
there's a documentary on it on Disney. I was about to say that you could probably stream somewhere else. You can stream it legally on Disney. I wouldn't actually recommend doing that because it's presented by, God, what's his name? Who's the guy that did Matrix? The Matrix, famous actor.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Presented by Keanu Reeves, and he has zero knowledge of Formula One. And the entire time, it's very obvious he has zero knowledge of Formula One. It's quite painful to watch.
I was doing well. I
Now,
was doing so well.
higher or lower than £1?
Okay.
How much is it to take part in the ROXD?
Oh, it's higher.
It's higher, but it's priceless.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on November the 9th.
It's perfect.
Yeah, you did really well in that.
Yeah,
that was a good game.
I was good on it. Good roll. Good roll.
Yeah, I
On that though, like it's tremendous value for a sim, and like
genuinely is.
yeah.
I mean, like we look at this. I'm potentially, I haven't decided on my next race. I have a race booked. I haven't decided if I'm on it because I'm at a point where I've raced it enough times, fortunately, where I know what I am actually capable of and what I would like to be capable of. If I don't think I'm going to be capable of doing a time I'm proud of, why would I spend £120 to not enjoy it?
And potentially have to travel somewhere.
Yeah. Especially, if you're...
Well, I mean, you're traveling anyway unless you're racing in London.
Yeah.
And a train ticket to Manchester or Birmingham even.
Yeah.
You're looking at like a 200 quid, even if you can do it in a day. 200 quid.
And for a lot of people...
Plus autograph package, 50 quid.
Oh, yeah. So if you actually throw on photos and you don't get videos in your Hyrox races, but if you just included that as a sportsgraph package, then you're literally paying £170 a ticket for the event alone. And that's all you get.
Yeah.
So genuinely, we're not trying to tape on Hyrox as a company here. Like we know,
But it is like we want to give a good tool to aid your training.
it's the people's hybrid race, really.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like if you want to, like Charles said, aid your training, or if you actually just enjoy doing the race format, and you don't have a place to do it, because most people don't. It's in central London. It's well connected. Even if you're not in London and you can get into London, it's very easy to get to.
Yeah.
Then give us a message and we'll make it work. Or if you know you can make it, buy a ticket.
Yeah.
I'm going to hedge a bet on saying that November the 9th probably isn't going to be the last one we do.
Oh, it won't be.
So if you can't make November the 9th, don't worry about it. Just keep an eye on the MindSets podcast at MindSets_podcast page, at ROX_sport page, and our independent pages as well. You will find any tickets to any events that we've got going on there. Please do come down, even if it's to watch and take part. We actually have often got free things to give away and we don't want to carry them home. So that means they've got to go home in someone's pockets. It might as well be your lovely people's pockets. But yeah, I think that wraps up our episode.
Yeah,
anything else from you?
Hopefully we won't be in IBIS next time we film.
Maybe not. And to make sure it opens, hit subscribe, hit like, share it with a friend, and repost all the posts. Please get in touch. We want to keep growing things. Things are very busy. We keep doing that to ourselves. So we're going to keep plugging away with the podcast episodes, but at some point it's going to ramp up, maybe 2026. Please be involved in making that happen. I was going to say we love you all. That seemed really deep to say in someone's ear when they might be at work right now, but we do love you all. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.